Hey everyone, Bladed0009, and this is another anime request review. And this one is Anohana, and the request came from Zach Yorth. I hope I'm saying his name right. But I'll be honest with you, he more so wanted me just to say what I thought of the anime in the comments. But I felt I actually wanted to do a video on this, so this gave me a good excuse to make it an anime request review. I'll tell you right now, Anohana, I consider one of the greatest anime to ever come out. It's a newer anime, so is it the best? I can't say, but I'll just say in the last decade, it's one of the best anime to come out. The concept is that a group of young friends always hang out together. They're best friends. They have their leader. They do fun kid stuff together. They end up getting separated because of an incident that happens early on, where the character on the far left, or well, not really, the far left of the current screen right now, because there's a character over there too, but I can't get all those people in the film. Memma, she ends up dying due to an accident that occurs, and what happens is these friends break up and find themselves now all separate, except for one or two that still talk to each other, but the rest all separated, and their lives have changed greatly because of this incident. It shaped how they've become adults essentially, and what's amazing about this show is the fact that I'm sorry, that was my computer. What makes this show amazing to me is the fact that it deals with something that I think is very true. Where I've had friends in the past where I've hung out with them when I was kids, and when we were kids, excuse me. And as we got older, we just grew apart. It's not anything traumatic, but it does happen with a lot of friends that you may know someone for your whole life as a kid, and then when you get to 16, 17, you find a new set of friends in high school, or you go to college when you're 18, and you just kind of just go away. You split paths. It's something that happens to a lot of people. So I think Anohana does a very good job of doing that, but also adding that emotional factor of what happens where you add a death being the reason why you all broke apart. Without spoiling much, it's a show that essentially the plot builds over time and has these friends trying to get back together once more for one common goal. The character on the far right, he actually is able to see Memma, and he's actually able to interact with her, talk to her, while everyone else thinks he's crazy once he mentions that he could see her. But he can. He could feel her. He could look at her. He sees her. He can interact with her again. And it that brings another whole factor, is that they don't know if he's being serious or if he's actually so greatly disturbed that he's also one of those now adults that's been kind of destroyed by this incident that happened to them when they're kids. I'll tell you right now that I've cried before an anime. I'm a big softie at heart. I love to show my emotions when something really touches me, or gets deep down in my emotions. Anohana's last episode is still, to me, I consider one of the greatest ending episodes I think I've ever seen in my life. It had me to tears where I couldn't stop bawling for not a few seconds, but a solid couple of minutes. And I felt so emotionally attached to these characters by the end of the show that I, honest to God, after I was done with the show, I sat back and thought about what I just experienced, what I watched. And I don't think very many anime do that. There's a few other shows that I will be reviewing soon that have done something similar, but Anohana did it on such a level that it was just great. It was something that I felt was pure and really heartful. So I'll tell you right now, the animation's wonderful, the sound is wonderful. Right now it's only dubbed in Japanese, but I'll tell you right now, the actors all fit their role. There's no over-exaggeration with characters. This is not a show which does a lot of goofy stuff. It tries to be comedy at occasional times, incidents and stuff, but for the most part, this whole show is heavily on the emotion that teenagers and young adults have, and what the incident that happened when they were kids and how they grew apart from each other, how that actually affects them now. I'll tell you, it's an amazing show. Everything about it, the story, the plot, the animation, the sound. It has a great opening and ending that I still listen to occasionally when I just want to. It plays the perfect role of what anime needs to try in its category. This is, I want to say, a slice of life animation. There is hints of romance, but I'm not gonna give it that romance factor. There's no lewdness to this. Like, I mean, the first episode has a hint of lewdness, and you almost think, oh, it could be one of those. But after that, there's nothing lewd about it. It's, these are again teenagers. They're going through puberty. They're going through their various emotional cycles that they have to go through as teenagers, and it plays on those cards very, very well. I kid you not. This show, whoever wrote it, I forgot who it was exactly, but deserves credit for in the highest regard for making such a spectacular show that if you don't watch it at least once, that's a shame. I'm honest to God, I'd say watch this show as soon as you can. When I first saw the first few episodes, I put off other shows I was watching at the time just to focus on this show because I just found it so enthralling. But anyways, if I had to give this a grade from A through F, solid A plus. It deserves A plus all day long. It's that phenomenal. Folks listening, Zach especially, you need to watch this as soon as you can. You'll enjoy it. Trust me, it's a great show. Anyways, that's it for this fan request review. I will say that I'm doing more. I'm also doing another review today, so there are 2 reviews coming up today. Only because I don't always want to put just one review out. Sometimes I feel like putting out 1 or 2 occasionally a day. But anyways, till our paths cross again in the next review. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.